the world of golf. Rich Lerner joined up in the booth by Frank Nobilo. Frank, there's nothing like it early tee time to get the adrenaline flowing.
And also, too, the golf course is perfect. Less divots. You don't see any sort of marks on the green. Greens are going to putt beautifully. There's also, the course is a little bit softer. It's got the moisture from overnight. And also, when they've cut the golf course, there's that really green, fresh smell, like it's brand new.
And that is just what you're envisioning when you're on the range. That's positioned nicely in the right side of the fairway. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
It's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's two good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
15 feet away. A little tentative there, and that'll come up short.
Oh, now that is going to hurt.
Okay, so already a 3-putt here at the first, and it will be a double bogey start to this round. The second is a tough par 4 measuring out at 497 yards. Bunkers serve as obstacles left and right off the tee, but this hole's all about the second shot, as players will likely be faced with a long approach over the barranca. And she's starting this one a little to the left.
Well, after bogeying the opening hole, missing the fairway at the second, definitely a problem straight out of the gate.
So that's in for a second straight double bogey. Maybe time to clear the cobwebs a bit. 4 over through 2 holes of play. The third is another par 4, this one a bit shorter at 419 yards. You'll want to get familiar with the hole location prior to teeing off. Left side hole locations should dictate a drive up the right side of the fairway and vice versa. Up at the putting surface, 3 front bunkers protect this molar-shaped green.
It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe 2. Decent swing, don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
She's looking at 122 yards left to the flag. Pin on the right-hand side, so plenty of room to the left of it.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Even the short ones can jump up and get you sometimes. Well, maybe a moral victory here at the third. It'll just be 1 dropped shot, plus 5 now through 3 holes. The fourth is a tough par 3 with a couple of complicating factors to it. 1, it's long at a robust 228 yards. And 2, it's downhill a good 25 to 30 feet. So gauging what club to hit and how hard to hit it, that goes hand in hand with getting out of here with a par. Oh dear, that looks thick in there. Now from below the green, a second up to this par 3.
It is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
This would be a bonus from 25 feet away. Nope, that's going to come up a good distance short. Almost forgot that's working up a slope. Nah, might have stared at that one too long. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut. Okay, a double bogey here at 4, and the struggles continue. 7 over to start the round. The fifth is a long par 4 at 480 yards. Big hitters will want to squeeze as much carry as they can out of their drives because there is a slope that comes into play that can add a good 30 yards if you catch it right. The second shot is a difficult one, often off a side hill lie to an elevated green and fronted by bunkers short and right. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Oh, man. Boy, it's been one of those days. You think the golf gods are against you. Been that kind of day. 8 over par already. On to the 6th. It is one of the most talked about holes on this North course. A short par 4 at just 325 yards. You have one of 3 choices here. You can lay up short to the left, or you can go a little further to the right of the green. That might be a safer play. Or you can take the direct line over that coastal live oak and give it a go with a driver. And that one coming in too hot. It kicks off the fairway and right into the heavy stuff. It'll take some effort from this buried lie, but a chance now to still reach this green in 2. From the heavy stuff to here, now this for birdie. Well, you miss 100% of the putts that don't get there, right? Lesson learned. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Turning south, we come to as long a par 3 as you're going to find in major championship golf. The 7th hole here checking in at a full 284 yards, all you want. Oak trees lining this secluded section of the golf course, and players will have the option of landing their tee shots shy of the green on the short grass and running them onto the putting surface. This is a tough test. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. The tee shot left her here on the par 3, now a long one for her second.
Certainly been a struggle, and in this hole here, more bad shots than good shots. You need something good to happen quickly.
I'd call that so-so. I think you'd hope to get that a little closer. Time to pick up and move on. The 8th is a demanding par 5 at 547 yards. Tee shots must stay to the left of this split fairway and ideally should trundle down toward the flatter area on the right. The wash between fairways is not a good place to play from, nor is the large expanse of waste area left of the green. Well, not much to cheer about so far, but that should be worth the smile. Good tee shot and safely in the fairway.
Oh, such a sweet 3-wood. Actually too good, if anything. It just flew through the air. And a little unlucky that first bounce. That was like rock hard. just hit it way too hard. And you don't get enough spin on the ball, it is going to fly out of that lie.
It is always so hard to judge the flight coming out of that kind of line. "21 feet from pay dirt." Well, simple math is turning into college-level calculus here. Triple bogey on the previous hole, double bogey here. Good luck trying to add it all up. The final hole of the front side of the North Course at the Los Angeles Country Club is a par 3 at 171 yards. A good football field shorter than the 7th. Bunkers short, left and right protect a narrow green featuring a number of dramatic contour changes. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now a second to this par 3. And that is not the spot to be. A third shot. And that is not the worst shot in the world, but obviously could have been better.
Certainly. Definitely hoping to try and get inside 3 feet, but it's a little outside that.
Oh no, that never had a chance. This is getting to be a bad habit here. That's another double bogey, and that score jumps to 12 over par. The back 9 here on the North Course begins with the 374-yard par 4 10th. What this hole lacks in length, it makes up for in bite, as a total of 7 bunkers are placed at strategic locations, swallowing up any errant shots. No hitch in the giddy up there. That might be the drive of the round so far. Frank, straight uphill with this approach shot, what do you have to factor in terms of club selection and setup over the ball?
Well, you're going to have to take at least an extra club to make up for that added elevation. And also it's tougher to get onto that front foot.
Some green to work with as he'll try and lift this one out. Yeah, that's a really good shot. Had a nice upslope to work within the bunker. Always makes it an easier shot, able to take advantage of it. And this is in for a pause. I feel like a birdie, right? Maybe even an eagle, who knows, with the way this round has gone. But that was a good hole. This is one of the most beautiful holes on the course, the par 3 11. If you thought the 7th was long, try this one on for size. This hole's given length on the scorecard, 290 yards. Carrying those 2 front bunkers is a must. Getting the ball to stop, sometimes that can be another matter entirely. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. This going to be her second shot now at the par 3. 21-foot putt set to go. Cleans that up in the hole. The 12th is a dogleg left, par 4 at a manageable 380 yards. Most players should be left with a short iron in with their second, but as with the 11th, 2 jagged front bunkers provide a problem to be avoided and can sometimes wreak havoc with depth perception. Nice to hear something positive. That's the sound of the ball coming off the middle of the face as opposed to another bogey. No one wants to hear that all day long. After a good tee shot, Iona, this her second.
128 is the number we're looking at, and the pin on the front portion.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. And I don't think she'll be too happy with that. It's on the green, but a long way from home. Well, that ball never really got rolling. That's going to come up a good 10 feet short. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. This hole really taking its toll now. Oh my goodness. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. The 13th is a long par 4, checking in at a full 507 yards. This is another picturesque hole with vistas of Bel Air and Benedict Canyon. Most players will want to steer their tee shots to the left to get a better view of the putting surface. Up at the green, a deceptive tilt left to right means that approaches that miss left can lead to a very difficult up and down. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Well, going to be a lengthy putt for birdie, but on a long approach like that, anything on the green is a welcome sight. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And a glassy look to this putt as it works downhill with right to left in it.
8-foot putt here. Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on. The 14th is the last of the par 5s here on the North Course, and it is also the longest, measuring at 623 yards. Players will need to avoid a section of 3 right-side bunkers off the tee, and bunkers once again become an issue up near the green, with a large front bunker to carry, as well as smaller bunkers left and right. Well, scoring's been an issue so far. That's maybe being kind, but hey, that's a good tee shot right there. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. Had half the equation on that shot. The distance, not quite the accuracy. Missed it. Hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and let's see how good you can chip. That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Not a very good lead there. That comes up a good 10 feet short. Well done. A much-needed par there after a string of tough holes. Part of the great design here at the Los Angeles Country Club is the variety of challenges golfers are faced with. Here we follow the longest hole on the course with the shortest, the 124-yard par 3 15th. Players, of course, will note the bunkers that ring a good 70 to 80% of the green, but the most distinctive feature is the bump in the middle of the green that must be factored in when deciding where to land that tee shot. Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. Safely out of the bunker, but still a little bit of work left. I think you'd like to see that a little closer. No. A lot of you out there can relate to that. Okay, well, this round kind of limping to a finish. It is another double bogey here at 15. The final 3-hole stretch of long par 4s begins here with the 542-yard 16. This hole was renovated to more closely resemble its original design, and its fairway connects to the 10th in a nod to the old course at St. Andrews. Multiple bunkers are in play off the tee, with 2 more up near the large green.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
So, from the rough, down the Noda.
160 to the hole. Lie looks hot. Needs to be careful of the ball jumping.
Well, it was either too much for breakfast or a little too much club, and that's going to leave a very tough downhill next one.
Oh, missed it right. Just didn't have the right line. still in search of that first birdie in the round and running out of holes. But that's in for par. Now to the 17th, a toughie at 520 yards. Look out from the tee, and bunkers will comprise a lot of what you see. But this really is a standout hole with beautiful sycamore trees providing an alluring backdrop. Up near the green, a series of 4 bunkers protect the front and left sides of the green, including one that's the closest thing of the course to a pot bunker. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the 3rd shot. Oh, kind of bladed that one. Got it out, but it is now in the rough. Frank, what in the world happened there?
Brain fade, Rich. I mean, I have no idea what was going through that melon.
Yeah, that's a good putt from there. A little short, but not too bad. Okay, well, the good news is that clubhouse is just about in sight, but that'll be another double bogey here at 17. The closing hole here at the Los Angeles Country Club is a par 4 at 492 yards, featuring the widest 18th fairway this side of St. Andrews. At points, it could be as wide as 50 to 60 yards. The second shot is a tough one, though, maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result.
Just a little over ambitious on that chip shot. Just sailed past.
Good chunk of real estate here, 22 feet away. That's a mishit, misjudgment, and maybe another missed putt coming up. Okay, in for a bogey 5 here at 18, and this will wind up being a 97. Frank, you know what, I think about it. What is it we actually do? And it occurred